Very good. Sorry, again, and then Joshua, please.
Jesper, you never know what you're going to get from a team when you've been off for 6.5 weeks, but that seemed back in the flow right away, quick passing, the speed of the play at times just seemed tremendous. What did you make of that performance?
I think I was quite impressed by the players because you never really know. Haven't been playing for a while, and we didn't play a preseason game because we have not had that many players in the group to work with. We've had some injuries and some players for the World Cup, and I was quite impressed. Of course, not everything was perfect, and we knew that on beforehand, but getting back to the rhythm, people know what to do, and even though we played some players who have not played for a long time, Goldie and Ranko in the starting lineup, they looked like they have never been out and well integrated to the team. So I think that, you know, it was really it was good to see, and JC have not played much this season, Oliver and Mihail. So I think you can see that that everybody is familiar with what we would like to do, and I think that was, it showed well on the pitch today.
With Ryan having him back, Thomas has obviously been away doing the World Cup stuff in between training. Is it a case of managing their minutes now for the first few weeks back?
Yeah, of course it is. Ryan has been out for 16 months. We need to make sure that it's very easy when you see something that's positive to overdo it a little bit. But of course it's important to get him into the rhythm of games. He has not played games consistently for a long time, and today was, he had a very good feeling, and he played well. I think especially as the first half picked up, he got even better and better, and he could have played on, but I think it was just important also, we talked on beforehand, that it's important not overloading him right now from straight out the gate. Thomas obviously has had a little bit of a different lead-in to the game, and the same with him, manage him coming back. Regarding him taken out again, he just got a knock on his thigh, like a dead leg, and it just bothered him and gotten a little bit more and more tight. So he said if we could take him out, it would be good. So we just didn't want to do anything stupid with him right now.
Yes, it feels like things opened up in the second half for you guys. Just from your perspective, what changed between the two halves?
I just think the fatigue set a little bit in. We moved the ball well in most parts of the first half, and I think they had to run a little bit after the ball, and maybe there were also some spells with some transition moments back and forth that also took a toll on both teams. So I think that we managed to move the ball well, keep away from too many duels and fights, and I think even though we were not, we were dangerous in some moments in the first half, but not as dangerous. We had a couple for Jivan, and we had a shot from Oliver and one that was close from Edia. But apart from that, I think that we put the foundation in the first half by moving the ball well, and then in the second half it opened a little bit more up, and that's normal when you've been running after the ball maybe for a while, and then gaps open up in between you, and the pitch gets a little bit more open.
And you've mentioned at the top, like, players who haven't played much this season. Ryan Alumi, obviously he went to the World Cup, and then he scores a goal today. Just what'd you make of him coming off the bench and scoring?
No, it was great. He has been close. He was close in San Diego. He had a good chance, and it was actually a quite good strike, but the goalie had a phenomenal save back then. He's been close in other situations, but he has not profited from us getting knocked out of the Champions Cup earlier than last year. So we've not had the same amount of games, and Brian has been consistent and playing well. So he's been having his chances off the bench, and it was not the easiest of times with the Tunisian World Cup squad. They didn't have the campaign they hoped for, and also changed coach on the way. But that's something you learn in life, that adversity sets in also when you don't want it. But coming off the bench today and scoring a goal, I really are happy for him, because he works every day very hard, and he's very ambitious, and he's a guy that will be a good player for the future, and who has already now participated in the World Cup tournament, which is quite amazing for an 18-year-old. So for him getting in and score his first goal of the season, I think it's good for him, and it's also very good for us.
Your thought process with the comfortable or very healthy aggregate lead that you had going into this next game on Monday, when you've also got to think about being back in MLS action on the following Thursday?
Yeah, of course we have a game Monday and Thursday where we have 2 times traveling, which is a demanding schedule. So the result today was very good. We go for the win Monday, and we'll put up a very strong lineup for that game as well. You hope that you get a good result at home in the first leg, but you never really know. We went to the halftime with a knock, a punch to the face last in the end there. But I think we kept the cool and looked solid, and that's what we hope to do again Monday, and play a very good game away as well. We will be on the road the next 4 games, so it's important that we pick it up immediately. So there'll not be much time between the 2 games, but we'll be ready for them.
And a word for Ranko Veselinovic, got 90 minutes tonight. Looked very good, and when he had to, you must have been quite pleased with his performance.
Yes, of course I was. I think that he's been out, and he had hoped for more when he came back. But Matthias and Tristan was very, very good in that period, and we didn't have that many games, and I didn't feel the need for doing much, and he's had a very good pre-season, or what we should call it now, season break here, and where he worked very hard to put himself back to great fitness, and we can see today he had no problems playing 90 minutes, which is great from his side. It speaks into his great mentality and his professionalism. So I think it was great to see him play 90 minutes today.
Hi, Jesper. You mentioned off the top 2 players that hadn't seen as many minutes this year, in JC and Ollie. Now with multiple competitions, road travel, busy schedule upcoming, just maybe thoughts on their performance today, and if there's room for them to earn some more minutes going forward.
There's always room, It's not that I keep players out because I want to or have something personal. It's just we have very good players on these positions, and they have been doing well, but it's also maybe some other guys have done even better. Sebastian and Kubas have been the guys who've played most there, and Jivan as well. So I think they've also been very good in this break here, and now they also show that they were ready to play 90 minutes right off the gate here, and I think that's great to see. And Oliver was very unfortunate in Houston, where he started off really good to begin the game, and then he got a bad knock on the hip, and he couldn't play against San Diego either. So he was just a little bit unfortunate there, and today I think he looked good and strong. Had great range in his mobility, getting around the pitch, especially also in the end of the game. JC, we know, is very, very good on the ball, and very a very good passer of the ball, and I think he also looked good, and we have seen all the players that can play and play well for us, but unfortunately sometimes I can only put 11 up from the start, and we are very fortunate to have a lot of good players, and when they play they seem to be ready, every one of them. So I'm happy for it. We're gonna have a lot of games coming up, and obviously there'll be a lot of minutes for a lot of players.
Just switching gears a little bit, the Canadian Championship is kind of a unique thing when you look at sports in North America. We don't normally have cup competitions, even though it's very, very common in football. You're used to it from where you're from. We're kind of getting used to it here. Can you just talk about kind of the importance and maybe a little bit of the romance about competitions in soccer?
No, it's the best there is. it has the tension like we see from the World Cup with the knockout games. You have to be ready. It's where sometimes it's where people from different leagues meet each other, and where some of the biggest moments are created for some clubs. Obviously, we will be, when we are playing CPL teams, we will be favored from many people and from many sides, but it will be even bigger for the CPL teams to beat us then. And you know, that's something you remember. That's what people want to see, and that's, I think, for me, cup competitions is not just romantic. It's great competitions because you can have unforeseen results out of games where you didn't really know. You didn't really have that on beforehand. The thought that could be the case, and then all of a sudden you see. Team prevail against another team where you didn't have that feeling on beforehand. So I like cup games. I love the when there are surprises and when what do you call it, minor teams get away with great games and great results that will make part of the history. With the Vancouver Whitecaps right now, I would not like to be part of it because obviously we are favored in most of these games.
Great. Thank you so much, Jesper.
Okay, yeah.
Good to see you.